Welcome back to the Singer-Songwriter Concert Series brought to you by 225 Live Events down at the Basin Music Hall. And we are talking with Rhett Anthony Glindmeyer.
How you doing, Kay?
Oh, thank you so much for joining us, Rhett.
Hey, it's good to be here.
You know what, and I am so glad that you are back home in Louisiana after, 11 years up in Nashville, Tennessee?
Indeed, yeah, it's been great. Just coming back to family and all the good stuff that that I wanted to soak up at this point in life. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that that's great, and we're excited that we can hear you more around the 225 area than in the past.
Indeed.
But you're still making those trips back and forth to Nashville. You're still doing some stuff on the road for sure. Let's talk a little bit about your songwriting journey. You seem to have been doing it for a very long time. Tell us, when did that start?
Oh gosh, as early as I can remember. I started playing acoustic guitar when I was 13, and I think by 14, 15 I had written my first song. I've always enjoyed the craft of being creative. I wish I was a little bit more prolific like some of my heroes, like the Princes and the Paul McCartneys, who just crank them out. And I don't write to that extreme, but I do still love to write. And that was one of the reasons I went to Nashville, was to get better at the craft of songwriting. And
it is there, and lots of people to collaborate with there,
That's
which
right.
a lot of people don't understand. A lot of times they think that you just sit down in a room and write by yourself, and a lot of times that does happen. But especially in Nashville, there's collaboration with other songwriters and artists on the majority of songs. Wouldn't you say? The majority?
Absolutely. And there tended to be maybe a mentality of, I just want to write it all for myself and keep it to myself. But there's also something nice about having other ideas to springboard from, and just different perspectives that give you angles that you weren't necessarily thinking of.
Absolutely. And how does it feel? I know people like to sing their own songs and be able to express themselves, but how does it feel when someone else records your song and sings it?
It's the most flattering thing, it really is. It's just something that you start with a blank nothing, you're looking at a blank screen. I guess there used to be a blank pen and pad. And to have someone, be moved enough that it speaks to them and want to cut one of your songs.
And that happened recently. Tell us about that recent cut.
Yes, country sister duo named Presley and Taylor, who are on Mercy Music City, I believe. They're backed by James Stroud, who was president of DreamWorks and major labels, and many, many artists that he's produced and whatnot, and Keith Burns from Trick Pony. And they put out this song called Where You Belong that I wrote with D. Vincent Williams and David Bourne a few months ago, and did real well. They got up to like 77 on the Nashville music country charts.
For a first song for a duo,
Certainly.
That's good.
That's right.
That's great.
That's right.
And it's kind of cool that you and David Bourne were on that collaboration
That's right.
together. Another Louisiana boy.
225.
I know, representing the 225. So that's exciting, because in Nashville, there's a little hub of Louisiana peeps up there for sure that are doing the thing with the songwriting. But we love it that you're back at home now from Prairieville, and we can hear you more. Huh?
I say, Mom makes me say Prairieville.
I know. I know Mom makes you say Prairieville. I got that.
The truth is the truth. So yes, Prairieville.
She's proud of that.
She is. We all are.
with a big P.
Big capital P.
Big capital P. Well, let's talk a little bit about, too, as a songwriter, but you also have a band that you've formed here, and tell us about your band.
Yes, it is a New Orleans-based party band called Sugar Shaker, and just fun. We've got a Gulf South thing going on from like Lake Charles to Biloxi, a lot of casinos, and trying to get into private parties, Mardi Gras balls, weddings, and things like that, and just get on into, and hopefully maybe even at some point write some music for that, which is a little bit different perspective. I focused on country a lot in the singer-songwriter thing,
right.
And I think with this band we might try to do some more just funky R&B. We have horns, and it's just a New Orleans thing. So
absolutely, I think you should do it.
Yes.
And then we'll have this cool Louisiana, New Orleans funky party album going on.
What?
Wouldn't that be good? Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Well, a lot of folks have seen Rhett coming back throughout the years, because he has played the Home for the Holiday show, and we hit our 10th year this year, which was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great thing to say that the listeners here in the 225 area are loving live original music.
Yeah.
And they like hearing the story behind the song, something
Yes.
that the songwriters can give them on that. And I think that that's been a little bit of our culture change here in the 225.
I would agree.
Do you agree?
Since I moved, I will say that I think that the awareness of original music has grown to a level of, higher than it's ever been in this particular area.
Well, because probably when you moved to Nashville, like in Nashville, you can go and you can hear original music and you can hear the songwriter rounds with the story behind the song at numerous venues. But we didn't have that 10, 11 years ago. And now we have that at a lot of spots. And we're so excited about this concert series because we have a lot of talented singer-songwriters right here in the 225 area to be able to bring that to everybody.
Yes, and I'm super thankful for the platform to be able to put the stuff out there.
Well, you've got some great songs, You know what my favorite song is.
Yes, of course. I got it. It'll be done. I'm using my last one. It's hard to.
It's the encore. I love Rhett's encore. So
you gotta
if
stay the whole
you're
time.
tuning in and you listen to Rhett, or you're at the Basin Music Hall tonight between 5 and 8, the encore, is my song.
Right.
I have tagged it since the first time Rhett sang that song, and I love it. And what we really are going to love is being able to hear the story behind the song.
Absolutely.
So if folks want to follow you, is it best social media?
Social
Rhett
media,
Anthony Glindmeyer?
Rhett Anthony Glindmeyer, Glindmeyer, Rhett Anthony 7 on Instagram.
And we will be back with more of the singer-songwriter concert series.